Hello and welcome to my channel. It's getting pretty dark over here, so I thought we'd quickly do a shop my stash because I'm excited to start rotating my makeup again, and honestly that's already happening. So I thought before there's an unofficial switch up between every single product, I'll just do an official shop my stash right now. So I just want to quickly mention that I've been testing quite a bit of new products lately, and I put them all in this little basket and they're under review at the moment. So these are all products that are additions to my Shop My Stash basket. So if you're wondering where any of those products are, I'm not going to mention them today. You'll just have to wait for the speed reviews and then I'll update you on those. But I did also pack a nice big bag full of other Shop My Stash stuff, and I don't want to linger on too long, so I want to just quickly say thank you for watching my video. I do shop my stashes every month and I do speed reviews and I test new makeup. I do get ready with me's with older makeup. I sometimes upload fashion videos. So if that sounds interesting to you, then please consider subscribing. My name is Cecile, I live in the Netherlands, and I would love to have you here. So with that out of the way, let's get into this video. Yeah, so I'm really testing some exciting new things in my basket. So yeah, I don't really feel like I need this big of a Shop My Stash bag, but I made one anyway. And since it's all in this bag, I'm just going to go pretty chaotically. So I have two things that I'm still testing out from the blushes by Made by Mitchell. I still have the purple shade Love Lies and this metallic silver, of which I need to decide whether it's a good product or not. So I'm keeping both of those in for this month. Those are repeats. Another repeat is this Makeup Revolution cream bronzer. I just can't get enough of this, and I feel like it's the only kind of cream bronzer that I have in this kind of category. So I'm just keeping that one in. Two eyeshadow primers, one clear one and one pigmented one. Both of them are nearly done, but I really need both of those options. If you watched my Get Ready With Me on my birthday, you've seen that my current brow routine is getting a little bit excessive, but I still like all of those options. So I have the Brow Fix Shaping Wax from Catrice, which I combine with this colored brow mascara. And I'm also keeping in my Pink Honey because I am really loving that one at the moment. So I'm also keeping all of those in. And then I wasn't sure about this one, but I decided to put it in anyway. This is the Brow Glue from NYX. I tested it out last month. And I did make up my mind about it, but now I'm honestly not really sure how it compares to those other products. So I'm putting it in once more. And I also have this brow pencil, which is just a regular brow pencil by Clarins. I also use this for the brush, but I also use it for the pencil. I have a couple of eyeliners here. We're probably going to find more of these. I know this is a little bit chaotic. It's also a little bit late on the day and I wanted to film with just a little bit of natural lighting. Otherwise I would have prepared a little bit better, but you know how things go sometimes. I hope you still enjoy this. So I have some eye products. I have the brown mascara. This is the Dior Show Pump and Volume from Dior in a beautiful brown shade. I've been loving this one again lately. And then to match, I have a matte brown eyeshadow, a matte brown eye pencil from Essence, and also a metallic one from Kruidvat. And then I also have my pastel blue one. Over the course of time, all my pastel eyeliners are probably going to make its way into this bag because I use all of my eye pencils regularly. So I just put them in the bag afterwards, but this is what I'm starting out with. I decided to throw in a couple of different concealers. So I put in 4, but 2 of them are almost empty. So I'm scraping the sides of this Benefit Cakeless Concealer, which is what I'm wearing right now, and it's one of my favorite concealers. So I think I'm going to see if I can find a replacement for this one, either the same one or something similar. I was thinking about the new Urban Decay because I do like this tone, a little bit lighter but not too light, and then more full coverage and a little bit more matte. I like to have one of those concealers in my bag, but for now I'm just going to finish this one up. And then on the other side of the spectrum I have this Chanel one, Le Correcteur, which is also almost finished, which is a little bit more natural, a little bit less coverage, but still enough. But it's a little bit deeper, so yeah, I can use those side by side. And then I have two replacements, of which I'm going to see if they're proper replacements or if I still need something else. One of them is the ABH Magic Touch Concealer in the shade number 1. This is pretty light on me, but I feel like if I blend it out, it works. So I'm going to test it out. And then the other one is this Camouflage Matte Concealer from Essence. I feel like the Chanel concealer is actually also quite matte, but it's a little bit lighter coverage just as this one. So I'm going to see if it's a proper replacement. I'll also probably keep using my my Charlotte Tilbury concealer, but I didn't put it in the bag. Two black mascaras, finishing them up. I already have a backup for a new Essence mascara, so I'm just going to finish these up. These are the Lift Up Power Hold Mascara from Catrice, and this one is the Lash Princess False Effect Mascara from Essence. Those you've seen many times on my channel as well. I decided to put in two highlighting palettes. One of them is this one, the Love Lust Disco palette from NYX. I'm not going to put in any other face palettes or eyeshadow palettes. I just rotate through those right now. I always have a little section over here with both of them, and I just rotate through all of them. So I don't feel like it makes sense to necessarily put any in the bag. But highlighting palettes on their own, I keep forgetting about. So I decided to put in this one. I like this one for when I have these kind of looks. I'm wearing it right now. And I actually feel like this one is a nice natural but still kind of sparkly highlight, which I also love using, and these are more blush toppers for me, but they're nice. This is actually a surprisingly usable palette for me. And then another one I'm going to give another try is this Soph palette collaboration with Makeup Revolution. I have it in the shade Sugar Frosting, and I felt like this could be quite similar to Cookie from Benefit, and I've been loving that highlight lately. So I'm just going to throw another one in the mix. There's also this little bit more natural, little bit more skin toned highlighter in here. So I think these could be very nice. I haven't used them in a while, so thought it was high time. I have 3 bronzers, so I had the Makeup Revolution one. Then I decided to put in my Dior bronzer because I hit Major Pan in this, and I feel like I need to use it a little bit more before it goes into the forgotten world. I don't know, before I forget about it. And I really like this one, and I feel like it's starting to, well, maybe not, but I just feel like it's starting to lose its edge a little bit. So maybe I feel like I should just finish it up. So we're going to continue using it at least. And then I did decide to put in my Hello Good Stuff matte bronzer from Essence again. I did use this today because I use all these glowy base products, and sometimes a matte bronzer is just nice. I haven't used this much in the last rotation, so I feel like I can put it in again. I did decide to put in one more highlight, even though I already have 2 palettes, but I was looking at my little containers, which I put in the closet over there where I put all my makeup, and I decided that this one was kind of neglected by me, even though I really like it. This is the Dior, their new formulation highlighter, but this is the more glittery one in number 1, Pearlescent. Oh no, this is number 3, Pearlescent Glow. It's very nice. It's slightly blue. It would actually look really nice on top of this one as well. I'm not going to do that, but I see a lot of potential between these different highlighters. So I thought I'd put in both of my Dior compacts. For blush, I decided to, oh, this is not blush. I decided to put in this Givenchy loose blush in the shade number 1 Mousseline Lila, because I did a full pink blush swatch video not too long ago, and this one was kind of neglected by me again. So I decided to put it in and make some use out of it. I think this will be beautiful in combination with both of these liquid blushes. So one of these is the Miracle Pure Infused Cream Blush by Max Factor in the shade Sunlit Coral. I already used the other shade a lot, which is a little bit more pinky, and also a little bit more shimmery. It looks very much like the Charlotte Tilbury one. But this one is more matte and the color is more punchy, so I thought this could be fun. I actually decided to put this in because, and now I'm going to hop over to lipsticks real quick. I want to put in this lipstick, and now I'm noticing that they're actually from the same brand. So I don't think I've used this much, but I thought the color was very pretty. This is from Max Factor in the shade Pink Brandy, number 50. And I've been really liking their nude lipstick lately, so I thought I'd put in a colorful one. So I think this could be a nice match. And then my final blush is this one from Makeup Revolution, the Super Dewy. This is just not the type of color I usually wear, so I thought I'd give it another try. I think this could be fun. And there are also a lot of blushes in my to try bin, so I think this is plenty. Now let me quickly talk about some base products, because yesterday I was thinking about what I wanted to put in my Shop My Stash for this month, and immediately I thought about this Gucci foundation, because I think about this a lot. I hardly ever use it because the shade is too light, but I do really like the formula of this one, because I did review it over a year ago, and I want to make this work. So I thought, recently I've been adding this Born to Glow foundation, which is from NYX, which is way too dark, in with my Fenty Ease Drop and also with some other foundations. So I thought maybe I could try and mix this liquid foundation with this cushion foundation. I feel like if I add a little bit of this one around the edges and then fill in the center with this one and then sort of blend the two together with a brush, I feel like that could work. So maybe I'll do that in a Get Ready With Me and you can see me struggle. But yeah, I wanted to put both of these in. This is a repeat, but I can mix it. And because I already put in this one, I decided to also put in my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless foundation, because this is actually also a little bit too light for me most of the time. And sometimes I use it by its own, but it's bordering a little bit too light. So I like it combined with the other one. So I thought I'd benefit from the NYX Born to Glow while it's in here. I did also want a cheaper option, because sometimes I just want to throw a foundation on there and not think about whether it costs a lot or whether it looks pretty. I do have those days. And I'm curious about this one. This is the Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation, and I've been testing a lot of Catrice foundations over the past couple of years actually, and about a year ago when I did my foundation wrap up for 2021, this was actually my worst rated foundation, but then I tested it out not too long ago and I actually kind of liked it, or at least I didn't hate it. So now I kind of want to figure it out more. Then, like I said, this is a good foundation in a good shade for when I just want to throw something on. So I decided to put that in there as well. And then of course you always need a low coverage foundation, and I really wanted to put in this one, the CC Plus Nude Glow from IT Cosmetics. I've been loving this one. That's exactly why I'm not going to do that, because I'll probably reach for it anyway. So I decided to put in the Got2b Sheer Me Up foundation. I do like this one, the wear time is just not that great. But I decided to put in a slightly more gripping primer and see if that can make it work a little bit better. But I do like the finish of this, and I like the amount of coverage that it gives. So yeah, going to put that one in. The primer that I was talking about is this one, the Plump Right Back primer from NYX. I've been testing this one in combination with a lot of foundations lately, and it keeps working out for me. This one keeps coming up strong. So I also want to combine it with the Sheer Me Up foundation and see what that works like. And then for a different kind of primer, a very glowy base, I also put in the Leblanc Universal Illuminating Base from Chanel. I feel like this should also be finished up rather quicker rather than slower, because it's quite old. I don't even think they have this anymore, but it's a good primer. So I think I can make some use out of that in combination with these other foundations. And then, since I'm already testing 2 powders in my basket, I decided to put in one powder that is very different from those other 2. And that is the Givenchy Prisme Libre loose powder, the 4-in-1 Harmony. I have it in the shade Voile Rosé, which is the pinky one. And if this is too dark for me, I'm going to switch it out for number 1, Mousseline Pastel, which definitely works for me. But I want to see if this one can work for me as well. I know pink powders are all the rage right now. Usually they're a little bit too deep for me. And I felt like this one was too, but I've been preferring slightly less extremely white under eye. So I feel like this could work for me now, so I'm going to put it in. I see that I left out 2 eyeliners. I put in my gold eyeliner from Chanel and my black eyeliner from Ethos. These are repeats as well. And then all that's left right now is lip products. So let me quickly go over those. I decided to put in 2 liners. These are basically the only type of liners that I use. I use a nude one or a pinky one, and if I use a pinky one, it's usually this one from the Barbie collection with Glamlight. And if I use a nude one, it could be any one, but I really like this one from Glamlight and Frosted Flakes. So this is a brownie one, and this is a pinky one. And I think I will need to pick out my Diva lip liner as well from MAC. So just imagine that also being here. It's a very dark burgundy one. Because I decided to put in my Diva lipstick from MAC. I think this is just a really pretty one, and while it's still winter, I think this will work really well for me. So I'll pair that with the lip liner and it'll be beautiful. I see myself using this in combination with this little thing here. Who remembers this from my project ban for 2022? This is a little Chanel lipstick or lip gloss palette, and I feel like this shade could be really pretty on top of that Diva. And also these other shades are really pretty. I kind of want to try and finish up this Huda Beauty lipstick. I feel like I put this in last month, but for some reason it sort of disappeared from the basket. So I'm going to put it in again and see if I can use it. This is in the shade Gold Digger. I do really like this. It's a little bit intense. I like lighter lips at the moment, but I'm going to put it in anyway and we'll see. It shouldn't be too many uses anymore. And then because I do like that little bit more light look and I do like combining this with lip gloss, so I put in my Got2b sheer lipstick, the Lolly Lips lipstick in the shade Caramelized, which will pair beautifully with this lip liner. And this is surprisingly matte on the lips, but I feel like that could be a nice alternative for a lot of my glossy lips. Then I do feel like I need a good nude. And since I don't want to keep wearing the Michaela one, not necessarily because of what happened with the mascara and everything, but just because I always use that one. So I decided to put in this one from Burberry. This is pretty old because I got this at TK Maxx. And they don't even have this packaging anymore. But the shade is beautiful. It's called Nude Beige. It'll pair beautifully with that Frosted Flakes lip liner. And it's just a beautiful, peachy, very pale nude. And then finally for my pop of color this month. Of course I already had the salmon colored lipstick. But I also want to put in this liquid lipstick from Too Faced. This was in their holiday kit, I think in 2020. And this is in the shade Candy Cane. So I feel like this could be a fun, bright color. I'm not sure if I'll wear it, but I want to see if I do. Then I have a couple of lip glosses. These are repeats. These are the little Anastasia Beverly Hills lip glosses in the shade Sweet and Tasty. A more nude and a more pinky option. I really, really like these. I think this one is nearly done and this one is pretty much at least halfway done as well, and they are minis, so I'm just going to finish them up and maybe I'll repurchase a full-size ABH lip gloss. I've been hearing good things about them and I really love them as well. So putting those both in. Then I want to put in this Frosted Flakes lip gloss. I'm not sure if this was in here last month, but I'm already using the lip liner and this is just a beautiful combination with it. It's a nice frosty white lip gloss. Then I also need some more nudish options. So I decided to put in this gold lip gloss from Chanel. This is in the shade Excitation, number 774. It's not quite as gold as it looks in here, but it does give a little bit of a warm tint. And then for an actual nude option, I also put in this Shine 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 lipstick, lip gloss from Essence in the shade Gold Dust, which is one of my favorites at the moment. And then for a little bit of fun with my lip gloss, I don't know if I'll wear this a lot, but I decided to put in this green lip gloss called Terra from the Wings collaboration with NYX. And it's a sheer green, so I'm sure I will. And there you have it. That's everything I'm going to give a little bit of preference over the next couple of weeks. You'll probably see them in Get Ready With Me's, and I'm very curious to see if these all still work for me just as well as I remember. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.